Guys, today I'm going to be ranking all Star Wars movies and TV shows, and basically I think there's maybe one TV show not there, and yeah, and that would be it. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi. I will do another video where Obi-Wan Kenobi is in it. I'm just ranking them before Obi-Wan Kenobi just because, why not? I'm going to start with, Episode 1. By the way, the tiers are haven't seen, questionable, enjoyable but flawed, good, amazing, almost unbeatable, and my personal favourite. So for this one, I'm going to put enjoyable but flawed because it's very flawed. It's just one of my favourite ones. No, it's not one of my favourite ones. I meant it's like really enjoyable because it has some of my favourite action sequences, but at the same time, it is very flawed. Episode 2, it's enjoyable but flawed once again. I think there's points where it's questionable, but for the most part, it's enjoyable but flawed. I'm going to do like the TV shows and the Clone Wars movie after all the films. And the story ones. And after. Revenge of the Sith, I'm going to do that last. I'm going to do my top 3 last. So that would mean A New Hope is next. A New Hope, it's amazing. I'm not going to put it almost unbeatable because it's like my 6th favourite. And before people start shouting at me, the reason for that is because like the CGI isn't the best, and also I did not grow up with this. Like, I'm not an old man. I was born in 2009, so the only ones I really grew up with is a sequel trilogy with like The Force Awakens, and Rise of Skywalker and The Last Jedi. And this was the first one to ever come out, so it's the oldest one, and the CGI isn't the best, because, it's the oldest. Next is The Empire Strikes Back. I'm going to put it almost unbeatable. I'm putting my top 5 in unbeatable until number 1, which is going to be in my personal favourite. It's almost unbeatable, except from there's just a few above it that, like, it's just, oh my gosh, it's just amazing. I'm going to skip out Return of the Jedi because that is one of them, which are going in the top category, which equals, what did I mean by it equal? The Force Awakens is next. I'm going to put it in this category because I put it above The Empire Strikes Back. That is it's my first Star Wars cinema experience, and I'm going to remember it for, like, years and years. I remember opening, I don't know if it was opening night, but I remember the night I went into cinema. When I came out, I was, like, astounded. I was like, that is the best film I've ever seen. And, yes, I loved it. So, yeah. Next will be The Last Jedi. I think this is one of the closest ones to questionable, but I'm going to put it above Episode 1 because I find it more enjoyable than Episode 1. Rise of Skywalker is in my top 3. I know that's very controversial. Solo, though, I actually find it amazing. Like, that is very controversial, but I think it's very, very entertaining. Rogue One, this is also controversial, but I think it's worse than Solo. Like, I found it fun. This was, like, the second one I saw in cinema. I didn't find it as fun, and I still don't like it as much as Solo. Okay, I'm now going to do the TV shows. I'm just going to do haven't seen for that. The Clone Wars movie, I'm going to put it questionable. I loved it for some reason, but I also hated it. And then the first TV show I'm going to do is the one that used to be my favourite Star Wars thing ever. But now I'm only going to put it in good because I've not watched it for ages. But from the clips I've seen on it, like, it's making me want to come back to watching it. But it's just not the best. Next is the Clone Wars. I do really like the episodes I've watched, but I've not watched enough of it to have a proper opinion on it. The Mandalorian, I'm only on the second episode. I've not even finished the second episode. But it's already, like, almost top tier. It's, like, already amazing. It's already going, like, just underneath Empire Strikes Back. Like, I've just found it so entertaining within the first 2 episodes. Even though barely any lines have been actually spoken in so far, whereas, like, in other TV shows within the first 2 episodes, about 5 billion lines would have been spoken. That one, there's, like, at first, like, the Mandalorian's more of an, like, it's just fun. I never thought I'd find it as fun. Okay, in third place is Return of the Jedi. I could do a separate tier, but third place, Return of the Jedi. It's an amazing film. I will never forget the first time me watching it. I was like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. And I remember the night before I saw, the day before I saw Force Awakens, like, it was before I went to bed. I remember me and my dad watching Return of the Jedi, then the next day seeing Force Awakens in cinema. Oh my gosh, one of the best experiences ever. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, it used to be my favourite, but that's because, like, I don't know, there's something about it. But it's now my second favourite, and I think you know why. Revenge of the Sith is honestly the best Star Wars film. I don't care what you say. Revenge of the Sith is my favourite Star Wars film. Like, I'm fine if you get mad at me in a comment, but don't get mad at each other. Like, have a friendly argument. But Revenge of the Sith, it's amazing. Has my favourite battle, best music out of all Star Wars films. And the reason my favourite battle is because Anakin v Obi-Wan, just amazing, astounding. So, yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that video. Hopefully you're fine with my opinions, because it's my opinions. But yeah, that's the end of it there. Like, subscribe, goodbye.